So, there's some news on the horizon over a new Call of Duty game coming out pretty soon, and it is still a Call of Duty Modern Warfare game. Now, if you all remember, Infinity Ward released a couple years ago, well, not actually a couple years ago, like maybe like three years ago, probably, I don't know, the Infinity Warfare game, and along with that release, they were also going to re-release the remastered version of Call of Duty Modern Warfare, or actually, if anybody remembers or played this game on the PS3 or the 360, it was Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, which is actually what started a small 3-part franchise of Modern Warfare, with the protagonist being Captain Pheasant Price, and Soap McTavish. Now, we all played the whole trilogy, because that's what it was. It was a trilogy, and we all practically fell in love with the characters. It was a terrible end for one of the main protagonists as well. Captain Price still survived that whole ordeal. But Call of Duty Modern Warfare Infinity Ward's reimagining of its modern military shooter franchise will have two very big changes. This year's game will feature cross-play support for multiplayer on PlayStation 4, Windows PC, and Xbox One, and won't have a traditional season pass. Now, obviously, we all know about the whole season pass shit, that you have to pay like about $20-something or almost close to $30 in order for you to get the season pass, which gives you free exclusive gear, like skins or outfits for your character, even the maps, the multiplayer maps that come out with that. And we all went through the hassle back in the day of buying the map packs separately. I had no problem with that, to be honest with you. I had no problem with buying the map packs. This is back when PlayStation 3 had free online gaming, so it wasn't really a big sacrifice to me. So, with the launch of Modern Warfare, the team is taking steps to unite the community, Infinity Ward said in a statement. First, the team plans for Modern Warfare to be played together across PC and console through crossplay support. Obviously, we know that we're going to be playing Xboxers and PC gamers. Also, the team is eliminating the traditional season pass so that they can deliver more free maps and content, as well as post-launch events to all players. Now, when they say to this whole pre-launch events, usually it means for everybody who's in the MLG shit, or they have themselves a pretty big, decent clan. They know what the hell they're doing. They actually know how to play in a in a team. Unfortunately, I don't have any of that. I don't like the whole MLG crap, because I don't believe that people should be making money off of playing video games. I mean that's a dream job of anybody, but let's be realistic, it's not really a job. While cross-platform multiplayer has become increasingly common, thanks to games like Rocket League and Fortnite and Dauntless, which is another version of Monster Hunter World, a franchise like Call of Duty adopting multi-platform play is a major milestone, damn it, for competitive gaming. Activision has long supplemented the Call of Duty games with a paid season pass, like I just told you guys, which has typically cost about $50 and usually offers exclusive early access to one console platform, originally Xbox, recently PlayStation. Despite cross-platform play and hopes to unite the community with post-release content, it looks like there will still be platform exclusives. A version of the game's reveal trailer reveals that new content will come first to PS4. Ew, sorry there, my Xboxers and my PC gamers. I don't give a shit about PC gamers, to be honest with you, a bunch of assholes. Activision didn't say how it will supplement the lack of a season pass with some other form of monetization. But Call of Duty games have long had other forms of microtransaction. There you go. There's the thing right there. There's the thing right there. That microtransactions. Here we go. It begins, people. Nothing is ever free, okay? Nothing is ever free. There's always gonna be a catch, and sometimes it's even worse than what you thought it would be. For players to spend their money on and not keep the shit they buy, because you can only play it when you have it online. Call of Duty Modern Warfare will be released on October 25th. So people, if you actually have any complaints about some of those new little additions that, you know, Infinity Ward and Activision haven't stored or planned out for, you know, the Call of Duty Modern Warfare, you know, game, now's the time. Now's the time to complain to them. You know, it's like, oh, now you're doing the transactions bullshit again, and all this other stuff. But here, okay, this story has been updated with information on PlayStation 4 exclusive content arrangements. Okay, so it's actually, you know, had that shit. But this is where I have a problem with it. See, I don't give a shit about cross-platform gaming or anything else like that. I actually read another article that was, you know, basically talking about how they plan to relaunch the trilogy. Call of Duty Modern Warfare announced will be a dark reboot for the franchise. This is by journalist Joshua Rivera at the Kotaku website, so you can go ahead and check it out yourself. Following a cryptic tease Tuesday afternoon, Activision announced the Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the latest installment in the long-running series of first-person shooters. In a new trailer released Thursday, and you know, I'm not gonna put a, you know, I might actually put a, you know, a link down on my thing below, so in case you want to see it. We got our first look at the reboot Modern Warfare. Call of Duty Modern Warfare will be released October 21st. Okay, same thing as always. Modern Warfare will ditch the annual pass model of delivering free maps, content, monsters, events, well players. We don't know what the new model will look like. Like always, they don't know what they're doing before they actually release it. But the old one offered an average of 4 paid map packs each. There still might be other kind of paid content in this game, but Activision isn't saying just yet. Right there, they're already giving you the thing right there. It's like, we don't know how to exploit this game just yet, so that you are dumb enough to actually get this shit. The game will feature cross-platform, blah, 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 blah. In the single-player campaign. Okay, this is where it starts getting a little juicy. In the single-player campaign, and I'm only saying this because I'm one of those single-player kind of guys. I mean, every now and then I'll play the multiplayer shit, but I'm not really a big fan of it. In the single-player campaign, players will engage in a breathtaking covert operation alongside a diverse cast of international special forces throughout iconic European cities and volatile expanses of the Middle East. So now we're actually basing it on actual truths. Cooperative play also returns in what Modern Warfare dubs Elite Operations, an immersive narrative experience spanning all 3 of the game's modes, single-player, co-op, and competitive multiplayer, is planned, although details on what that means are scant. As Kotaku previously reported, the new Modern Warfare is in some ways a reimagining of the original one. The presence of Captain Price is the big, obvious tip-off, but there are a few shots that seem to nod at early levels from the original Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, with lots of new imaginary threaded in. Previews for the game have indicated that the new Modern Warfare will attempt to go beyond visual callbacks. Ars Technica reports, I don't know who that is, that half of the campaign will unfold from the perspective of Arab soldier, a female rebel fighter named Farah. Oh, here we go. From an unnamed country that might be Afghanistan. Per the report, the new Modern Warfare is aiming for a more brutal, morally gray approach, with an extended sequence set in Farah's home as it is terrorized by Russian soldiers, with civilians, and even infants, in peril. So we're actually going to be seeing a super dark version of this game. Quite frankly, I don't know why they intend to add more to this. They should just release all of them the way they was intended to the first time they came out. Comparison to No Russian. I mean, if you all remember that one was on Call of Duty 2. That was on, I mean, not Call of Duty 2. That one was on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, where the guy that continues this other guy's thing with this guy and this guy. You know what? You played the games, okay? I haven't played those games in a long time, so I don't remember. What's his name? I forgot. But he's the one that shoots up everybody in the airport, and there was a lot of controversy behind it that this is just you know, another bad example of what video games can do to us. This young, impressionable, sponge-like brain of the new generation. But basically, they're they're saying that they're going to be replacing that with the controversial Modern Warfare 2 level, which, yeah, it's like I told you, which gave players the option to take part in a tourist assault on an airport abound. Okay, gave you the option. Let's be honest, you all shot up all those people in the airport. Don't fucking lie to me. I, on the other hand, like shooting up. Modern Warfare may be rough, thoroughly reworked, but edginess is very much in step with this series. Sensational approach to modern conflict. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare puts players in the shoes of a man about to be executed by a terrorist and had them ride out a nuclear explosion. Modern Warfare 2 notoriously had no Russian. 2019's Call of Duty Modern Warfare may be a reboot, but it's still out to shock in much of the same way. So, okay, now I'm not liking where this is going right now, to be honest with you. I don't like where this is going. Now they're trying to paint a whole new character into the storyline. Quite frankly, I don't approve. I don't give a shit about Afghanistan. I don't give a shit about some Middle Eastern character that was terrorized by whatever they fucking are. I don't know if they're Islamists or ISIS or Taliban or any of those other fucking psychopaths. But quite frankly, I don't like where this is going. Now they're trying to politicize the game. They're trying to politicize. Don't believe me now. You're gonna fucking remember me when you see the game. They're gonna politicize the fucking thing. Okay? They're gonna politicize it, and you're gonna say to them, you're gonna say to yourself, holy shit, Maggie Gamer was right. He fucking saw this shit happening. They politicized the game. They started adding the whole Middle Easterners are victims too, and the whole Russian shit. Okay, we already know where this is going. Also, the whole Russian collusion, the Mueller report, everything that's been going on lately, the Russian threat with nuclear missiles, all this stuff. It's like going back into the 80s all over again. They're gonna politicize the shit out of this game. I don't like where this is going. I don't approve. Activision better just go back to the developers at Infinity Ward and tell them, you know what? How about you just re-release Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, rework the graphics, add some new functions if you want on the multiplayer part. You could add more skins. You can do your stupid loser loot box system and your stupid loser microtransaction system shit if you want to. I still wouldn't approve of it, to be honest with you. But just keep it to that. Keep it to the original characters in the original script. If you want to make it a little bit longer, go ahead and do so. Add a couple more scenes or maybe some more dialogue. But, you know, don't politicize the crap out of it, because people will notice and they will not like it, and we'll have nobody to blame but ourselves. This is the way that they should be thinking. This is the way that they should be thinking. But they won't, because they think that just because it says reboot, a lot of people are going to be dumb enough to get the game. I, for one, am not going to get the game. As much as I love the crap, because I love the Modern Warfare trilogy, because it was an amazing story. It never went off, you know, it never changed characters. It never changed from one, you know, decade to the next, kind of like they did with Black Ops. At first it was set in the 80s, and then it was set in the late 2000s, and then you remember what they did with Black Ops 3, and now Black Ops 4. I preferred Modern Warfare for the same reason. Number one, it's more realistic. Number two, it's believable. Number three, the characters are still the same ones. You fall in love with these characters. You actually grow with these characters. You feel that sense of, oh my god, they killed Soap! We saw him die on the stretcher as Captain Price was trying to revive him. You know, we see the villain from Modern Warfare 2 and 3 die at Captain Price's hand. You know, in Captain Price's hands, he killed him himself. I'm not going to spoil it for you in case none of you have actually played the PS3 or Xbox 360 versions of it, and if you haven't, where the fuck have you been? I prefer that. That is my awesome story to follow. That I love that story. I love the whole Soap McTavish, Captain Price scenario, the brotherhood that they have amongst each other, the camaraderie that they both had with each other. You know, the first one, you see Captain Price looking at you as you are playing Soap McTavish, and he looks at you in the airplane hangar. He says, "What kind of name is Soap, anyways?" You know, it started right there. The relationship started right there. You know, and to be honest with you, if they really wanted to make another Call of Duty game, if they were this desperate to make another Call of Duty game, I'll tell you which one they should have finished, and they haven't finished it, and I don't actually see them ever doing it, even though they fucking should, because it was also a really good story, and it left us with one hand empty and the other one kind of like, meh. Call of Duty Ghosts should be the one they finish. I'm pretty sure a lot of you remember it, and you know, you probably didn't even like it in the first place. It's like, Call of Duty Ghosts was okay, but it wasn't that great, and blah blah blah, and the functions, and this and this and this, and the guns were kind of stupid, and the blah blah blah. I, for one, actually liked it because it was a whole completely new, different take on the whole thing. I liked that whole co-op with the aliens instead of the whole zombies thing, which is super played out, to be honest with you. I think the whole zombie co-op, you know, thing is played out. It's pretty stupid. I prefer the alien one that the Ghosts had for PS3, PS4, and Xbox 360, and Xbox One, I think. They should finish that one instead of actually doing a reboot. Every time I hear the word reboot, I say, oh no, here we go. Here we go with the reboot, and then them wanting to supposedly make it better, but they actually ended up fucking it up even more, kind of like they did with what movies did they reboot again that were so terrible? Let's see, Ghostbusters? That one's an obvious hit. Even what's the word? You know, the one with Arnold, but the one with Arnold was also rebooted in the original one that came out in the 1970s. You know, Total Recall was a reboot. That was a terrible piece of shit. A whole bunch of reboots that they intended to make, and some of them that they actually made. And you remember, they weren't successful. They were not successful. They were crappy versions of something that a lot of people thought was really good. And now they're gonna do it with Modern Warfare. They're gonna do it with Modern Warfare. They're gonna fuck it up, and they're not gonna have anybody to blame but themselves. I keep repeating it, and I'm gonna say it until it sinks into your tiny little peanut brains. When they reboot this game, and we already know for a fact they are, they're gonna politicize the shit out of it. And when they do, they're gonna start attacking people that played the game. They're gonna start attacking the people that played the game, and they're gonna start labeling everybody with political insults, with you know, whatever labels they like using. You know, I'm not a leftist, and you know, that's what's gonna happen. So you're gonna remember me when this happens. Just like I've been right about a whole bunch of different kind of shit, I'm gonna be right about this. They're gonna politicize the shit out of this game. And to be honest with you, I would have preferred that they just remade the game's graphics and maybe added a couple of new, you know, functions like they did with Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, when it was the optional, you know, you had to pay extra money in order for you to play this version of it. When Infinity War came out, which was a total fluke of a game, because it was a total fluke, sucked ass. I didn't like it. Wasn't believable, wasn't realistic, and well, you know, you saw what happened. So if any of you really do miss the classic old school shooter of all Call of Duty games, and I'm talking about all the World War II versions of it and the Modern Warfare ones, possibly even the first Call of Duty Black Ops game, let your voice be heard. Let your voice be heard. Tell Activision and tell Infinity Ward, do not politicize the game. Do not politicize it. If you're gonna re-release it, but do it to the original releases. You already did it once, and it was even more successful than that piece of shit in Infinity Warfare game that you created. Nobody liked it. Nobody cared for it. And I know that for a fact, because you can go ahead and check it out on the websites where they actually say that Infinity Warfare was a piece of crap game, and everybody preferred to play the, you know, the other version of it. But to be honest with you, I prefer playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare. And like I said before, please, please, Activision and Infinity Ward, do not politicize it. Do not add any of the bullshit that we're seeing on TV, because I know that's what you're going for. That's your target. You're gonna politicize it. It's gonna suck. People aren't gonna like it. They're gonna be those YouTubers who stream it on the very same fucking day that they buy the damn thing, and they're gonna see it. They're gonna fucking see it. You're gonna trade Soap McTavish for some Middle Eastern victim of terrorism. You're seriously, you're gonna substitute Soap for another character that, quite frankly, me personally, I don't know about anybody else, I don't give a shit for. Okay? Because I don't give a shit for those kinds of characters. I really don't care. I don't care to care. And if you really go for this kind of, you know, direction, if you really go in this direction, Infinity Ward, Activision, quite frankly, I'm pretty sure that I'm not going to be the only one that says this. I'm not buying the game. You're on your own with another fucking failure. Okay? Another fucking failure. Like I said before, try to concentrate on maybe making a Call of Duty Ghosts 2 instead of rebooting a game that would be awesome if you brought it back, but not as a reboot. Okay, more like a re-release with better graphics. That would actually work out a lot better. Okay, kind of like it did with Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare when Infinity Ward was a piece of shit. I even told my wife that they were gonna sell it separately because she wanted it, because it's one of the games that she and I used to play a lot when we were dating. That one and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. It's our favorite franchise. But now with this whole thing that you're gonna do, politicizing it, I'm pretty sure you are. I'm not gonna buy it. Quite honestly, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not even gonna go for it. I'm not gonna play the demo. I'll probably watch some streamer, you know, talk about it, walk through, and all this other bullshit. But it's already headed towards a very disappointing direction with what I read. So go ahead, leave a like. Tell me what you think about the reboot of Call of Duty Modern Warfare, whatever they're gonna call it. Even though there was already another fucking, you know, thing. It's like we're going to a multiverse. Make sure to leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Leave a like, share, subscribe, and happy gaming, everyone. This was Mega Gamer out.